Here we are to the glory of God today, being 6th of November 2023. A day to be remembered, a day to glorify God. After over 15 years, when we start full research on Moringa, that is from 2008 till today, 2023, a project that so many Nigerians looked at me, Ashimashiga Michael, called me a 419. A project that a lot of Nigerians looked at me and said, this man is insane. A project that a lot of people have fought. Either I belongs to make the project go, or the project crash. And here we are going to the glory of God. And as we belong to one single God. And I know the Lord that I serve. Thank God for today and thank God for the successes. A lot of Nigerians and so many of people that have either delivered or gave their money here. A lot look at me that I ate their money. What has your money to do to me? It's to help me to run some logistics. And that is what we have done. And glory be to God. We have spent over 30 million naira sending products to UK just to make sure that we get what we are looking for and then produce the drugs that today, as we are talking, it have gotten. We have spent over 30 million naira the same processes to Dubai. Beside the one I went there, I spent months to make sure we set up things and get things done. At the end, some of those foreigners have deceived us and have betrayed us. The glory be to God. The same thing we went to Hungary. We spent, these are millions of naira that have been spent. And then some people looked at me as if, didn't I know how to eat money that I feel I will take somebody's money and waste it? Then glory be to God, because we are pursuing a goal. And glory be to God, what we are looking for today, God have done it. I want to appreciate God for also the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Research and Development. You know, one thing that I kept quarreling every day, most people say I'm always against Nigerian government. You can't have an institutions that have been set for the development and progress of Nigerians, and institutions are not working to deliver. Why can't this institution call individuals and citizens of this country to bring what they have developed or what they have researched and what they have gotten to make sure that we deliver, we produce what we are sure of? When you go to so many pharmaceutical industry today, you will see over 90% of drugs there are imported. Does it mean that all the doctors that we have in Nigerians are only reading papers? All the pharmacists that we have in Nigeria are only reading papers? All the professors we're having are only reading papers and then transferring that same papers knowledge to the students? That today, even if we are talking Moringa, you will see some doctors in some hospitals and some nurses in pharmacies and the rest of them will say, what do you mean by Moringa? If you don't know what I mean by Moringa, Moringa is one of the best products and it's one of the projects that the whole world, we thought is just an ordinary move here. It's a global and it's a world project. God has shown me clearly. And that is why when I started it, I kept talking. During Good Luck administration, even some of them that are just like my brothers in the government by then, thinking a project that will save, let's use our own, even if we don't trust him. Let's bring Nigeria back and learn on what we have delivered at National Veterinary Research Institute. But they fought against it. I looked at them, I laughed, because I know one day they must surely regret what they have done. So many ministers by then during Good Luck administration said, this one is just talking rubbish, employment, he can't do anything. All of them say, let's bring in foreign expatriates and world-best economists to come and give us analysis and project on how to move Nigeria forward. I told them by then, I said, they are liars. And the same thing during Buhari regime. The same people come up and the rest of them, they kept showing all the ministers and say, we will create employment, we will do this. The same thing we are facing today. Let me tell you, and I give Nigerians these straight words. Mark it and set it up and let it be. That if anybody tells you that he's coming into this country or they are bringing world-best economists or experts to give Nigerian employment that Nigerians are looking for, tell him that Dr. Ashimashiga Michael said he's a liar. Anybody, be it my president, he is my president. If he said he has any foreign expatriate, if they deceive him that they will come into this country and solve Nigerian unemployment problem without Moringa, tell them that I said it's a lie. Number one, if any best economist will come down and tell you that without telling you, go and plant Moringa, harvest the moringa, extract the best, go on pharmaceuticals and drugs, get the best for your citizen. The waste product, feed your animal based on what I have done in National Veterinary Research Institute in 2010, 2011, and 2012. And then after that research, after feeding them, the waste product, use it in, that is the waste, the dump of these animals. You collect it and produce the best fertilizer, that there is no any fertilizer anywhere that can beat it. And then give back to these farmers for them to cultivate and let's have food abundant. Nigeria is supposed to be exporting food to the whole world, but Nigerians are the most, when you go to hospital, you see the rate of people dying. Some will come up and say, moringa is not, who told you? Sometimes I always feel to challenge. Most people say I'm always challenging, and that is what is my problem. I have to challenge because I know what I'm doing. And I know whoever I'm challenging, I challenge them because I have researched and I have known. And by revelation, God has shown me very clear that Nigerian is wasting his time without moringa. Be anybody, bring him in. Let us go on that debate. These are facts of what we are doing on ground. Today, being the 6th, we brought it out. Thank God for the institution, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Research. We took all these documents and the rest of all our research to them and the product. Research this, produce this. Let's see how it will be. And glory be to God. Here they are. They have delivered to the glory of God. What do we need? Is to push our citizens back to the farms, cultivate this, and then let's extract, and then our factories and industry begins to work in the country. And then the raw material, because we are not just doing this. The one that is going for drug is going. The extract that is left after extracting the one that is going for drugs formulation or tablet formulation, then those ones that are a little bit lower, they are going for food processing industry. That is why we have our e-moringa tea and other products that is there. And then the one after the one that we have extracted for those e-moringa tea and the rest of them, and then the e-stretch marks and the rest of them. Then the other last waste is what we are giving to these animals, and then they are in turn, we are packaging our meat, and then exporting the best meat out and circulating even meat within the country, and people are eating the best meat. Go to so many abattoirs, look at the kind of cows that we are eating today. And these are all problems that I have already solved in National Veterinary Research Institute in 2010, 2011, and 2012. And look at it and the rest of them. All the poultry aspects and the rest. All these are all that we have solved in this country. But Nigerians deem it that even from the State House, they called me 2016 during Buhari when I talked. A man called me and said they told him that he shouldn't even argue with me. That they knows that can be done, but they will never do it. How can a government, your government individual, somebody working for government, will call you and they told you that the research that you have done to solve unemployment, solve poverty, and solve the rest, that they knows that you can do it, but they won't allow you to do it. Then you look at the kind of nature of the country that we found ourselves in. But glory be to God, I am here to tell Nigerians that there is no amount of stress or battle, no amount of fight. If it is prison, I have gone in there because of moringa to help and solve Nigerian problem. They took me there by force. If it is police cell, that one is nothing to me. But I have to tell Nigerians that I am going through all those things to make sure that Nigerian has the best. And if anybody tells you, any government tells you, I look at them when our federal government are running up and down, helter-skelter to make sure to get and solve Nigerian economy problem. They won't. It will keep becoming worse because they will keep sinking money and to be dying. The best thing to do is just to calm down. This is the solution. This is the way out. Let's solve Nigerian problem and get ourselves going. Everybody look at poverty, look at crimes and so many evil going up every day. Does it mean that we don't have a government that listens? That is why we kept praying that God one day will bring us a conscious government that will now look at what its citizens are doing, the research they have done. When you look at so many of my documents and the rest of it, foreigners, expatriates, will now put my research here, attach it and send it to other countries for them to research on it, and then bring it back the same thing to Nigeria for government. And you see most of the governors running up and down. Why are they running? Something that one have done it successfully here, and the Oyibo man there have seen it and took over it and bring it and replenish and bring it back to you. And instead of you to now call and say, let's work and see how we can solve Nigeria, you will be looking at somebody here that is an enemy of government, or we are speaking against government. During a good luck administration, they said I'm against PDP, that I'm an opposition party. I have never even belonged to any political party. During the Buhari regime, they say it's PDP that is using me. So what concerns me with any PDP or APC or any, all that we are after is to see how Nigerian project will be delivered, to see how Nigerians will have meaningful and a better living standard. And there is no any other better way. Bet you me, I am ready to face anybody. There is no any better way than what we have done. So glory be to God. Those that feel that, like most of our investors that say they have given us money, I know it's not that I'm looking down on what you have given here, but nobody will come and challenge me that gather all the investors that put their money in this company. Sometimes I just look at their money as if it's just a trap, but God allows it to happen for a purpose. So most of those things, it's not that your money have not, your money, that is why when somebody is telling us, say, I have beyond your money here in products, we can give it to you. But we assure them that with the policies and program, with our e-stretch marks and other things that we are recruiting marketers now, your money is nothing to us, to the glory of God, and everybody will get what belongs to you. And then you will see the company where God has destined it to be. We pray that God will help us, and thank God for all the successes. Want to appreciate you all also for the patience, and want to thank you, and we believe with strong minds, no distractions, no matter the cause, no matter the names they called. We know where we are. One thing that God told me, he said, if anybody abuses that you are a fool, just look at, he said, he asked me one day in the Revelation, he said, if a madman abuses you, what will you say? I said, I will just look at him as a madman and move. He said, that is how you should just project your mind. If anybody abuses you or call you all names, just look at them as madmen and then focus on what I have called you to do. And then at the end, they will come back and say, oh, we are the one that we are mad by calling you that name. When anybody calls you a 419, look at him as a madman calling you a 419. So don't regard what he says. Just focus on what you are doing and where you are heading to. And at the end, we will all glorify God and thank God. I want to thank you all, and may you remain blessed in Jesus' name. Thank you for the grace. Thank you.